Hey guys, welcome to Nin's Kitchen, and with all these lobsters, you're gonna need to know how to cook them. So let's get started. Today we're making some sweet and sour deep fried lobster.
So we're gonna begin by separating the tail from the rest of the lobster. It's pretty easy, just slip a knife through all the way around. Look at that nice tail meat. Dang. Alright, so now we're going to remove the entrails by taking a piece of the antennules off. So here you can notice the backwards facing spines, and you're just going to take that and stick it up its butt right here, and then you just kind of like give it a little twist and you just pull gently. And look at that. Dude, that's sick, you guys. Look at that. Next we're going to take the head, and most people just throw this away, but you really shouldn't, because look at all that meat inside. So we're going to get it all out by cutting it in half. Here I'm using scissors, but you can use a cleaver as well. And look, we've exposed all the meat. You see that yellow stuff? That's the hepatopancreas. I usually don't eat that, but you can. And this antennule, don't waste it. Those 3 segments, it's like a spiny crab leg. Now we're going to cut the tail, and what I usually like to do is I take a cleaver and I cut each of these segments off, and then I take each segment that's shaped like a cylinder and I cut those in half too. It just really exposes the meat, and it gives everyone like a little bite-sized chunk to eat. Alright, this next part is for everyone who wastes the head, and you really shouldn't, because like, look, there's tons of meat in here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to separate all the different parts to it. Okay, so the first part is the antennules. I'm using my right hand to give it a twist, and that breaks the shell. And then I'm going to take a knife and slip it inside and cut the meat so that it comes off. There you have it. You get a little spiny crab leg. Next, we're going to flip up the shell, and you see all these gills. Now this stuff you actually want to remove, so you see me here cutting it off with some scissors, and in my opinion this is the easiest way to take them off. Like for lobster. For crab, I prefer to use my fingers, but for lobster, yeah, I think cutting it off is the easiest way. Next, we're going to cut the legs off, and what I usually like to do is split them into 2 groups. And so here I'm taking my scissors and I'm going to do a 3-2 split. So what I mean is I'm going to cut the 2 back legs off, and then you have 3 in the front, but that's up to you. And then I'm going to cut the rest of the shell off. You see here I'm like trying to keep as much meat as I can. And then here's some meat that's left on the shell, so we're going to cut that part off too and try to save it. Okay, once the oil heats up, you're going to dip it in some cornstarch and really shake off the excess cornstarch, or else it's going to burn. Then you just pop it in the oil, and that's it. You're going to do this with all the other pieces, and they're just going to pan fry right there inside the oil. Here are the vegetables we're going to be adding today. We got 2 types of onions, yellow and green, and some minced garlic. You can add some jalapenos too for an extra kick at the end, but I don't have any, so we're just going to skip it. Here are the sauces we're going to be using today. Everyone's favorite oyster sauce and plum sauce, except I don't have any right now, but you can substitute it with sugar, like something sweet, and something sour. And trust me on this one, but this one is black pepper. Combine all the ingredients in a small bowl on the side. So here's some oyster sauce. And then the sugar, you want to be kind of generous with it. I usually put enough that it covers the whole thing, like that. And just a little bit of black vinegar. You don't want too much. And in goes the black pepper. And it would be really easy if it were just the plum sauce, because you just add equal parts plum and oyster. But this is what we got today. And at the end, I'm even going to add a little bit of water because it gives it some volume. I'm probably actually going to add some more later too. This is the same wok with most of the oil gone, but leave a little bit left inside. And the first thing that we're going to put inside are the onions. Give those a whirl for a few minutes until fragrant. Then you add in the green onions and the garlic. Make sure you really keep these guys moving because they burn pretty quickly. Just do this for the next 30 seconds and then you're good. Quickly add the sauce that you made earlier. Make sure you really get that all out. Get it all out. Look, I even use water in this next step to make sure I get it all out. Okay, so I decided it wasn't thick enough, so here's the rest of the cornstarch. Add some water, mix it around, and then really quickly it becomes thick. There you go, that's what you want. That's what you want.
Smell this right now. It's freaking awesome. Man, look at this. Oh, goodness. Yo. And that's a wrap, you guys. Sweet and sour fried lobster. Man, this stuff is so good. It's seriously a crowd pleaser. I always do this on the shrimp. I never bring lobster to potlucks, so because it's too expensive. But I always bring shrimp and I make the same recipe. Man, always gets eaten. This stuff is so good, you guys. It's literally the best lobster dish. It saved spiny lobster already, so it could save you too. Make the sweet and sour Vietnamese style lobster, and it's gonna be good. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go catch some more tonight. Alright, this is what I'm gonna bring to having a party with my friends tonight. And by the way, every time you bring something good, always save some for yourself.